of the night. Would you rather always travel for free, but be unable to choose the destination? That sounds awful. I'm sorry if you can hear my cats in the background too. They're scraping their bowls across the floor really loudly. I don't know why. Fat beasts act like they don't get fed twice a day with snacks in between. They're so sweet though. Or would you always pay to travel, but go wherever you desire? That's legitimately how most people already live. I'm not gonna lie, there are places I don't feel safe going, and I don't feel like going there, so, did not expect to be in the minority on that one. Would you rather have 4 hands or have 4 feet? I mean, 4 feet is kind of cool, but like, could you imagine the things you could do with 4 hands? Like, there's so many things you could do with 4 hands. But that's also assuming that you're good at multitasking. I'm not good at multitasking. So maybe the 4 feet would be better. But what could I do with 4 feet? Kicking, probably. You would probably be a really good swimmer, but I'm not really a fan of swimming like that. 4 hands. I could probably learn to multitask. They love making noise the second I start recording, isn't that right? I'm going with hands. Oh crap, that's 87%. Lose your mobile phone or lose your PC. I'm not gonna lie, the PC was more expensive. I can easily replace a phone. And what's on the phone? A PC is a little less fun when you lose access to it. And it's not even my PC, so I'm still going PC. Oh no, wait, I was supposed to lose my mobile phone. Crap. I picked the wrong one. I'm so disappointed in myself for allowing that to happen. Would you rather see the future or change the past? Both of them sound awful. Both sound awful to me. I know if, like, the butterfly effect, if you change the past, bad things can happen. But if you could see the future, that only validates our anxieties, because I have an anxiety disorder. And if I could see future events, I think I would probably be driven to absolute insanity very quickly. But I don't have to change big things. Well, now with the butterfly effect, it can be the minor things too. God, I'm just gonna have to go with see the future. I expected that one. I expected that. Would you rather fight in ancient war or fight in a modern war? Fuck yes, I'm going ancient war. The fuck? They have lasers and tanks and shit. Back in the day, it was just 2 people with swords duking it out. Like, of course I'm going with ancient. There is a way better chance of survival. Okay. We're getting into these now. Would you rather... I'm sorry. That's genuinely awful. Would you rather tongue kiss a dog or cat? Or tongue kiss a stranger's armpits? You know what? I know nasty people. I know these nasty people already tongue kiss their dogs. I would still rather tongue kiss an animal than a person's armpit. That's... oh God. The thing is, I don't want to do either, but people carry diseases. If I got a disease from an animal, I'd prefer I'm actually kind of scared to see what fractions of people actually chose the dog and cat versus the armpit. I know both of those are fetishes, so. I've gotta go dog or cat. I can't even imagine putting my face next to some random stranger's armpit. I think I would probably choke on my own vomit. Would you rather have the ability to become invisible or have the ability to read minds? I'd read minds in a heartbeat. Being invisible doesn't mean that you're impervious to everything, so it's like, okay, I'm invisible, but I'm invisible at a crosswalk and a car just hit me, and now I'm dead. If I could read minds, I could be like the world's greatest detective. Or the world's best lawyer, like Saul Goodman. I could be the next Saul Goodman. I'd do that. I'd be able to read minds. Definitely. Would you rather make your browsing history public, including incognito and deleted, or never use the internet again? Shit, I'm going with make my in, I could be like the beaver savior or some shit. Yeah. Hey, SpongeBob has buck teeth, and he's living a pretty good life. Have to kill your best friend or have to kill your sibling. Not gonna lie, there are days where I wanted to kill my sibling growing up. Excuse the squeakiness. I have to lean over the desk right now because the microphone is busted. Because I keep messing everything up on this desk. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My sibling has done more to bother me than my best friend, so... Oh, wow. A lot of people love their siblings, okay? Never age physically or never age mentally. That could be a bad thing. That could be a bad thing, because it's like, okay, I haven't mentally aged past 15. But if you never age physically, you never slow down, and I could be like 100 years old and still doing construction and all sorts of stuff in the yard, so... I'll be carrying logs and shit by age 101. Zombies for real. Face a zombie apocalypse or face a robot apocalypse. I'm going zombies. I can fight and kill zombies. It depends on the type of robot. If we're talking Terminator, absolutely not. Terminator. Is that the Terminator? Be able to fly at walking speed, or be able to run at 100. At 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, so I'm only laughing because I had a really stupid mental image of someone going really, really fast and running and just slamming into a brick wall and just turning into a pile of red mush. It's not funny, but goddamn, did the intrusive thought really hit hard. So I can fly, but I walk decently fast. But not fast enough for it to actually be worth it, to be honest with you. I just run really fast. And then, like, cheetahs could never catch me. I'd never have to worry about being eaten. Be a fool but optimistic, or be smart but pessimistic. Stupid and happy. I'll be stupid and happy. I'm already stupid and happy. Have someone die when you touch them, or have someone die when you make eye contact with them. Does this mean that, like, everyone you touch dies? Or everyone you make eye contact with dies? Or is it just random? Because I enjoy a good hug every once in a while. And if it comes down to it, I'll just, like, put a blindfold on. Live my life like the daredevil, so... Really? Okay. Always be tired, but not sick. Always be sick, but not tired. I've already have that, so... I'm, like, constantly tired. And I can hear the pitter-patter of a bunch of little paws running around behind me. The hell are y'all doing back there? I'd prefer to be a younger sibling over an elder sibling, because I am the elder sibling. I was the alpha sibling, and I only got shit for it growing up. Constantly, and every time they made a mistake, it was somehow my fault, so... My younger siblings were just living on easy mode. I know that's not for everybody, like, younger siblings have it bad in other households, but in my house, growing up, my younger siblings had it easy. Live life as a silent film, or as a musical. I can't sing very well, but I would prefer to sing than nice. That's good for me. Leave your family or leave your friends. I have very little friends. Very little. So, I'll leave friends. Ooh. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. This is the skin of a killer. I'd go werewolf. So I could specifically, like, rip my shirt open and howl at the moon and talk about how you need to get out of here, kitten. Come on, kitten, you have to get out of here. I'm changing. I'm going feral. I'm going alpha. I'm such a sigma. I gotta be a werewolf. Being a vampire is not sigma. Be able to experience any book, movie, or TV show for the first time again. That would be cool, considering that I now have good, like, I'm medicated, so I actually have dopamine receptors for the first time in my life. Since I was like 9. Or be able to forget any embarrassing moment you've ever had. You know what? My past may have been embarrassing and cringe, but it doesn't bother me that bad. I would totally rewatch The Lord of the Rings for the first time again. Always be clueless or always be paranoid. I mean, I'm kind of a little of both, not like a lot, or a lot, so I'll go clueless. Because I have smart people around me. They can do the thinking. Oh this isn't gonna count because I've already read both of them, but 1, 2, 3. Go. Awesome, 70%. Always feel like you're on the edge of sneezing or always have an itch that you can't quite snatch. Snatch. Scratch. Snatch that scratch. Be a character in your favorite video game or be a character in your favorite movie. Fuck it. Video games are cooler. There's so many cool video games. Live in a bustling city center with a small apartment. Live in a spacious house in the middle of nowhere. I'm going nowhere. Nowhere. Play video games for the rest of your life. Or watch movies for the rest of your life. I'm very clearly going with video games. I don't even remember what question I'm supposed to be on. Relive 5 years of your life or erase 5 years of your life. Oh god, I'm gonna pick that one. Man. The alcohol is definitely hitting right now. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a Discord now. If any of you want to